Hello, my name is Stephen Breckenridge Oliver, and the video I'm making today is about the deatomizer weapon. As you look at the schematic, you'll notice that I only included a switch and the power supply, and I was very vague in regards to the content of the cord, meaning the current flow hold. What's current flow hold, you might wonder. Okay, if you're familiar with ionized polaric thrusters, you'll realize that the early models that they did all the testing and research with used a mercury deep well hold. Well, I found a solution to that. And what that'll do is that will hold amperes and such as that, and hold it in a store basis, meaning it'll store it up, it'll capacitate it, as well as flow and current. So it's basically a hold for a deep well current capability. Alright, well, I fixed that with counterwave amplification effect realization and putting a positrionic coil in the shell rather than having it solid filled with the liquid of mercury or metal or whatever you want to call mercury. It's a metal, it's liquid, it's unique. What it is it's a liquid capable of holding and flowing with current. So that can be done with anything. For example, any liquid, like you take regular H2O, regular water. Obviously current flows through water, and you know this because when you drop something like a hair dryer into a bathtub and it produces the flow of electricity throughout the entire bathtub, and whoever's in there gets shocked and killed, that's one indication that yes, water can be used as a current flow hold. Alright, now with the deatomizer weapon, after those, there was two of them, of those aliens that ate a hiker up in Canada, and it poisoned. Now this hiker was a man that collected roots throughout Canada. And of course when they were found dead near their ship and all that. So they were poisoned from the way it looked when they found them in Canada. Alright, so they basically ate this kind of root when they ate that person. Alright, they ate people. And this particular person that they ate in Canada, who was a root collector, well, naturally he was surviving off of testing the quality of his roots. So one of those roots, at least, either that or a combination of all the four major roots there in Canada, serve as a poison to these aliens. And therefore, if you include the formula for that poison inside the deatomizer weapon, then it'll kill those aliens. And deatomize them, I don't even know what exactly it would do to a non-DNA based life form. I don't know what it'll do. Deoxyribonucleic acid will be deformed. What will happen to a non-DNA life form? I don't know. No clue. But to a deoxyribonucleic acid life form, or meaning a mammalian here on Earth, it'll deform, deatomize it. Now you might wonder what deatomizing is. Well, it's real simple, really. You flow current through whatever you're aiming at. It don't matter. It can be the air, it can be a wall, it can be a vehicle, it could be a person, it could be anything. It doesn't matter what it is. It works atomic. It goes by atomic number. Alright, so you hit it with the right formula, whatever your target is. Say you want to destroy the continent of North America and kill all these communist, socialist bastards what are trying to take our country. Alright, because I ain't gonna let it happen. Everybody dies before that happens, just so you know. Alright, now, I've got plenty of evidence to prove that the United States is guilty of possession of pretensive sovereignty. Alright, so you're guilty. I'm not guilty. I'm the guy who tried to stop it that nobody listened to. Okay, fine. Now you're all guilty. And I'm recruiting countries. If you're from another country and you've always wanted to kill the bastards in the United States, as long as you're willing to take my orders, I'll recruit you. I don't give a damn. You take, for example, what's going on in Saudi Arabia. The price of oil is reducing. Alright, so I developed a new type of pump. I say I developed it. I didn't develop, I just designed it. Alright. And it's a self-priming pump. And it's a pump that can be shut off at any point in time. For example, here in Florida, the way that we had that oil spill because the pump would not turn off. Well, with a caliper impeller pump, you can turn it off and the oil will stop. You can fix your mess, and fix whatever happened. Pipe broke, got hit by a submarine, whatever. And then fix it, turn it back on, no problem. Alright, you can turn it off right then, turn it on right then, no problem. All these big old things that you used to pull it up, the old style pumps where they would pull it up and push it and pull it up and then push it and pull it up, gone. No need for them anymore. In other words, the price of drilling oil with this pump is reduced drastically. What would normally cost $1,000 now only costs $50. Once you get that pump, there's a lot less to do. A lot less maintenance. A lot less everything. Alright, now with this being introduced, now I don't know if it was the pump that did it or not, but I do know that with this being introduced into the world, the result has been that the price of oil has reduced drastically. Now, with this pump, it's easy to see why. I mean, you get more oil, you have less loss, it's easier and faster to do. It's called the caliper impeller pump, and I designed it. I gave it to the United States Congress and other people, as well as other countries. And the reason I did that was because, hey man, we had this oil spill happen here in Florida, and I know I'd hate for that to happen to anybody else. So that type of pump can prevent that type of oil spill from ever happening again, and it can fix what idiot. Alright, people say I'm an idiot. They can't keep up, that's their problem. But I do know this. You put an oil pump on the bottom of the ocean, a gulf, the ocean, doesn't matter where it's at. It's down here below a bunch of water. And if something happens and you can't turn it off, you never should have put the thing there in the first place. What kind of person did that to our country? Yeah, okay, well, the paper trail says John James Breckinridge Jr., the man who was programmed by the NVC, or one of them, one of the men who were programmed by the North Vietnamese communists is responsible for that. Now, that's a weapon to be used against us. You just might want to consider that. I'm guessing that's part of the reason that the United States is guilty of possession of pretensive sovereignty. Either way, at this point, one of the most effective methods of deatomizing is to include atomic friction capability in the array, meaning normally it's a deep well mercury hole. that holds the positive charge. And in the case of the deatomizer weapon, as you use mercury, all it does is nothing really. You can use anything to flow the current with, and it deatomizes with a metallicular, a metal base liquid. And the only one that Tesla, I'm guessing Tesla. I've never actually seen Tesla's design, so I don't really know. But I'm guessing, I mean, it's E equals MC cubed to the pi. And there ain't but so many ways you're going to get that. So I'm guessing he used mercury because it was the only thing that he knew to use. Well, it goes way beyond that. You can use it to formulate the carrier wave. For example, the poison that can kill the aliens. You can put in